Welcome to another edition of the Nightly Nuge. Ted, I didn't see anyone getting slapped in the news today, so I thought I would just go right in. Well, maybe the American people are getting slapped with what's going on with the Supreme Court confirmation. Obviously, you're following this as closely as all informed Americans should be following it. Judge Brown Jackson has been nominated by Joe Biden. He said from the very start he was going to nominate a Black woman to the Supreme Court, and his team said they were going to find the most qualified Black woman to be a justice on the Supreme Court. I'm going to show you, let's let the viewers just see a clip of some of the things that are going on up there.
Writing for the majority, Justice Ginsburg stated, supposed inherent differences are no longer accepted as a ground for race or national origin classifications. Physical differences between men and women, however, are enduring. The two sexes are not fungible. A community made up exclusively of one sex is different from a community composed of both. Do you agree with Justice Ginsburg that there are physical differences between men and women that are enduring?
Senator, respectfully, I am not familiar with that particular quote or case, so it's hard for me to comment.
An unborn child feel pain at 20 weeks in the birthing process.
Senator, I don't know.
Are you aware of the fact that anesthesia is provided to the unborn child at that time period if there's an operation to save the baby's life because they can in fact feel pain? Are you aware of that?
I am not aware of that.
If I can change my gender, if I can be a woman, and then an hour later, if I decide I'm not a woman anymore, I guess I would lose Article III standing. Tell me, does that same principle apply to other protected characteristics? For example, I'm an Hispanic man. Could I decide I was an Asian man? Would I have the ability to be an Asian man and challenge Harvard's discrimination because I made that decision?
Senator, I'm not able to answer your question.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition? No.
You can't?
Not in this context.
So
I'm not a biologist.
How would you determine if a plaintiff had Article III standing to challenge a gender-based rule, regulation, policy without being able to determine what a woman was?
Senator, I'm not able to answer your question. You're asking me about hypotheticals.
The fact that you can't give me a straight answer about something as fundamental as what a woman is underscores the dangers of the kind of progressive education that we are hearing about. Just last week, an entire generation of young girls watched as our taxpayer-funded institutions permitted a biological man to compete and beat a biological woman in the NCAA swimming championships. What message do you think this sends to girls who aspire to compete and win in sports at the highest levels?
Senator, I'm not sure what message that sends.
I don't know. Anyway, what's your take on what's going on up there in D.C. In the Supreme Court?
Again, what is more important than a 9-member Supreme Court justice to determine legality, constitutionality, and ultimately justice? They're Supreme Court justices. This lady, again, I never judge by anything but punctuality, heart and soul, and content of character. And I don't know anybody that would deny anybody of color or gender or even gender confusion in those instances who actually gave answers or maybe had a track record of not being soft on the most horrendous, evil child predator crimes. So once again, we're looking for content of character. I'm afraid, and it's inescapable, the evidence is overwhelming, she is not qualified to represent a justice-making decision. Has nothing to do with her color, has nothing to do with her gender. It has everything to do with her character and her recorded judgment calls. So I know a lot of people, including my Black friends and my Hispanic friends and my Japanese friends, my Asian friends, my Native American friends, they parrot this truth, logic, and common sense. We want someone who ascends to the position of a Supreme Court justice to be able to make fundamental decisions based on the United States Constitution and the rule of law.
Simple.
Nothing else matters, and I'm afraid Brown Jackson fails on all those important points.
You know what, Ted? I hope that those people that are strictly getting their news from the mainstream outlets will take just a few minutes to listen to your comments here today, because that's the type of information, that's the type of commentary that is missing in mainstream media today. Appreciate your comments. And if you all come back again tomorrow, we'll have another edition of The Nightly Nuge.